Alrighty. Let's turn this chat on YouTube, and then we're gonna go over continuing with gold. So today was CPI at 8:30. Make sure we're actually streaming. So today was CPI, and gold did not really hit today. We did have a little SMT here at the 50% line. We came down to the 50% line of the session and then came up. Today, NQ had better price action. I'll show you what the NQ price action looked like. I mean, it still wasn't that great, honestly. But if you were sitting on the 1 hour, like, I like to do, because I don't know, a lot of people got stopped out on this. If you sat on the 1 hour, because NQ you do. I noticed on gold you don't get that many fake outs on gold, that you can really sit on the lower time frames, but NQ you have to sit on the higher time frames. So we just were in this 1 hour for value gap. What's what you want? At 9:30 came down to the gap. At 9:45 we swept this low here, and then I think it was SMT with ES. We didn't come all the way down into this gap, and then we just at 10 o'clock reversed and took out the highs. So you're a CRT trader, that's what it is. I don't even trade CRT, but I know when it's news, a lot of people like, taking the data high or the data low. That's what we did. We took out the low first, and then that was the trade. It did, if you saw from the price action though, it did trade sideways a lot. Through 10 o'clock, all this. And I know a lot of people finally got in the trade on this fair value gap, this inverse here. I feel like a lot of people took this trade from like here to here, something like that. But I would have took it, me, right at 10 o'clock. I probably just would have gotten the trade right at 10 o'clock off the higher time frame. Stop loss maybe below this low, and then take it to the, I know there's so many highs in there. There's a data high, Asian high. I probably have my stop loss actually low. Still 1 to 2 though. Boom. But let's continue backtesting gold. Like I said, I'm gonna trade gold in the morning. I didn't trade gold today because I literally also stayed asleep. It's so early for me, 6 a.m. But I realized backtesting, I don't need to get on at 8 o'clock, which is 6 a.m. I can get on at 6:30, which is a little better. I've been backtesting this, and it's just so good. Respects for value gaps, SMT, all the things. So let's go to the next session and continue backtesting gold. I've been looking like no one trades gold except for, Forex people trade gold, but no like futures people trade gold. So I wonder. All right, these highs here are already taken here, and then those highs on ES are, I was saying ES, on silver are here. Do you know anything about trading on eToro? No, I don't. I don't know about trading on eToro. No one knows if you're profitable. Can you show proof? Everyone who follows me knows I am profitable, but I just got funded, but no payout yet. No. I've just been getting a payout, and I've been emotional once I got funded, and then I've been take paper trading a little bit. I got funded like 2 weeks ago, and then I took like 4 losses on my funded account. But no, I'm not here saying I'm profitable. That's why I'm backtesting. I'm backtesting every day. I never said I have payouts. Everyone who knows me knows my journey is transparent. You'll know when I have payouts. I will post them. But obviously I see some of y'all are new, because obviously I'm growing as a content creator. But yeah, that's why we're backtesting every night. But I did just get funded, yes. And I do have another, actually, I think I bought another funded account, actually, 150K. So I think I want to get 200, I might just focus on getting 200K in funding and then focus on payout. I don't really know yet. We'll see how emotionally I've been feeling. I've been reading the book, the mental game of trading, I think it is. I don't have it on my desk right now. But I've been reading that to get my emotions back right. But I literally I got funded, so excited. And then my emotions have been insane. I knew it. I got funded on live. All my live trades to get funded are still up on YouTube. And I was just like, fuck, I do not feel emotionally good enough to trade. So I haven't been. That's why I've never blown accounts. Because I know myself. I don't blow accounts because if I trade bad, I just don't. I'll paper trade or I'll get another funded account, eval. I don't trade if I'm not trading at my best. So no, I haven't got a payout yet. That's why y'all should follow me, because I am a very transparent person. But eToro scammed me. They have frozen my transaction. They are threatening me. Can this be scam? Probably. I don't know what eToro is. I'm really sorry if you got scammed. Is that a broker or a prop firm? But yeah, no proof of payouts yet. No payouts. I have proof of my options account. Me making I took $100 account to a $500 account, and then I started doing prop firms, and then it's been like a rough journey with the prop firm rules since. And I got funded, like, actually it's about to be, honestly, a month ago. Yeah, actually, no, it's been a month. I got funded a month ago on September 10th. And it's been a rough journey since I got funded. But my goal was to get a bunch of payouts and make like 5 to 10K by Black Friday, and then open up a Discord. But like I said, I'm not opening up my Discord until I get payouts. Okay, so let's mark out 8:30. And we're just trading, we're backtesting gold to see if I want to move to trading gold from the NASDAQ, because I have not been liking the NASDAQ price action at all if you're new here. Because I see some of y'all are new because y'all come in here with the hostility. And this is a safe space. Alright, so now we're both pushing. We might take out these highs, and then we start to reverse. Boom. At 8:30, it happens like every day at 8:30 for the most part. But you got your S&T, because this high on gold is this high on silver. So we knew silver was going to go up a little bit to sweep some liquidity before it wants to reverse. Obviously, it came up a little higher. And then after 8:30, because we had news today, and then boom, you get in your trade. You do have a little inverse fair value gap if you wanted to take the candle close right below that, which is this. Let's see how this plays out. There is a gap in here. I like just at least a 1 to 2. If we get it. Let's see how that plays out. Oof, almost. Maybe if my stop loss was a little tighter. Or do we still get it? No, we lost. Okay. That sucks. But I have, this has just been a break-even trade for me, because I take one profit at 1 to 1, and then let the other runner run. But it didn't give us a 1 to 2. It was close, like to the tick. I probably wouldn't have just sat and let this reverse, but this is a 3-minute chart, and that is a big fucking candle, so I don't know if anyone would have caught that to get out. So that just is what it is. Now, if your stop loss was tighter, a little tighter, like not the top of the candle, and then you didn't have your 1 to 2, you would have gotten it. But the liquidity point was here. The next one was here, and the liquidity point, the target was there, and it did take out that one. So maybe you peeped that, and then you moved your stop loss a little tighter to get your 1 to 2, whatever that looks like for you, or you just would have had a loss at break even, or you just want to take a loss. This is not a bad loss. It did respect the fair value gap. It ran down a good bit, and now it's coming up. It looks like we had news at, or whatever this is, 8:50 or 8, yeah, whatever that is, but still respects liquidity, respects fair value gap, just way cleaner. So I feel like most of us still would have banked on this trade. It started to reverse on us. We would probably sell somewhere, in here, or even once we got back to 1 to 1, maybe. So we took our profit at 1 to 1, which is here. Once it touched back, just move your stop maybe back to 1 to 1. So then you still made like a good bit of money. All right, next New York session. But yeah, either way, however you would have done it, a good setup, and just would take a loss. It happens to the best. So like people are like, don't trade gold. So many fake outs, but it's not been backtesting it. I haven't had any. Obviously, it's been a month of backtesting. I started this on January 1st. We're already on January 2nd. I hate it when my sessions indicator lags. Okay, so we got SMT now because Silver is making all these fucking higher highs. Gold is making all these lower lows. So let's just see what happens at 8:30. We'll see. I don't know. NQ was okay today, but still, like, you know, price action wasn't the best. Damn, this low here is this low on silver. I keep wanting to say yes. So it's giving, we're gonna come down. Silver's gonna now come down this blue line, and then we're gonna reverse back to the upside. Boom. Swept. Did not sweep here yet. And then maybe reverse to take out these equal highs up here. Oh no, it continued lower. But now silver is starting to come higher. No trade taken, as you see. No fair value gap marked. No nothing. If you want to take a trade off of this gap, do that what you will. To the downside, what liquidity are we targeting? I mean, sheesh. Are we gonna come all the way down to this one? Maybe. Dang. Okay, so it was giving an SMT of I was looking for SMT to the upside, and I should have been looking for SMT to the downside. This is giving what you call it, but then no trade taken. So boom, no trade taken, no fake outs, no like inverse, and then you get a buy and then go your way. It's just cleaner price action. You just either rid of your bias. I was stuck looking on bullish bias, and this is why I say don't go in with the bias. Always be reactionary. Which lately I haven't been. I've been going in with the bias. It's been pissing me off. Clearly, we want to go down. So it basically was giving this swept. So weird. It's the ST is not clean. So this line was swept. That swing high was this swing high here. So I was thinking we were gonna come up and get SMT. Like we had SMT to the downside a little bit. I thought we were gonna go lower and then SMT back up, but silver was the stronger one. And it was actually like, yeah, we're going up, and then we're gonna go down. This actually happened the other day on NQ and ES. ES went up into a fair value gap, but NQ was like slowly going down, but not really moving, going down. And then when ES finally went up and took some liquidity into that fair value gap, then they both finally just tanked. Trying to see if there was a fair value gap up here, but there wasn't any for this pull up. So yeah, the only entry you would have got is here. Honestly, I want to back test too if there's just like the first fair value gap made in this 8:30 to 9, take it if it's respected, or take it if it's inverse. I feel like you could do that on this very well. But yeah, that was a trade that I did not take, but the SMT had to play out. It actually waited till like 9:20 to really start to play out. And honestly, if I didn't take a trade, maybe this market structure shift, maybe. It's so late though. It's stupid late, but candle close way down here. Stop loss. I mean, you still get 1 to 2 though, so. But I don't know if I would have took that. I might have just gotten off the charts. I can't say. But just clean, no fake outs. If you wanted bullish, you didn't get it. But there is no fake outs, like an inverse up and then gone down. It's just a truly respected fair value gap, continued lower. Like, I don't know, it's just cleaner to me. When people say it's harder to trade, I'm so confused. But maybe it's just not with ICT concepts. Let's go to the next New York session. Where are we? Oh, we're low. Always remember to zoom out too. Sometimes I'm so zoomed in. Okay, so far, silver has not took out these highs almost, but like to the tick it did not. And then gold we did. And then these are obviously the London and Asian highs up here, and they're kind of equal highs too. So let's just see how we react from 8:30. And then getting on at 8:30 allows you to wait after news. So like today, and like I think we have news tomorrow, yeah, at 8:30. So I can just get on at 8:30. Hopefully I wake up. If not, I'm gonna have to stick to NQ if I can't. Cause I'm not, obviously waking up an hour early is not a big deal, but for me, if it's just like really fucking up my trading, I'm just, waking up is the biggest part. If I'm asleep, I can't trade. But let's see how this plays out. We could mark out 8:30 on here too. But also, you can always go back to NQ too. That's the good part about trading. If you're not trade, same concept, same thing. Just find the time frame it happens in. All right, well, there's your 8:30 news. I was gonna say there's an S&T for you to take that, but I probably wouldn't take that. Let's see if we get some kind of pullback to go lower after news. No, we do not at all, actually. So if you got in right after that, still a nice trade to the downside. Do get, yeah, so the only pullback into a gap is here for you if you waited for it at 8:54. So if you wanted that, you still could have got it, and then, you know, stop loss isn't gonna be that big. We're clearly running down, and then, you know, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, whatever you want. It's a good reaction from that gap. So that's not a bad move. News played out. You got for value gap. It was respected. Again, no fake outs. Clean price action. Not even like a fake market structure shift to reverse and gone lower. Like we're still making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. For me, it's just been cleaner. I mean, obviously, I've only been back testing this. I need to actually spend time on the charts with this. So I think that's what I'll do tomorrow, only on my 150K account eval. Practice it first before I just start doing it with the account I have that I'm actually funded with. Because I only have $1,000 left in that one, and I blow it, which sucks. But it is what it is. It's part of the journey. Okay, so we have a little S&T here. We're making some lower lows. Silver made a higher low. We do have equal lows at the bottom of both. So maybe that's where we're going. Who knows? Wait to see. Let's play it out. All right, zoom in. We got a little pushy push. There is no fair value gap for you again, but like I said, I don't trade breakers unless there is no fair value gap. So this is the tap you want. I think we're about to get it, and then we close through it, which I would prefer not. So you want it to come up in here and then react back to the downside if you wanted those sells. Maybe it's gonna sweep this liquidity right here in the reverse, which would be S&T on this. If not, then you should get in some buys off of I don't know what it's doing. Trading sideways, so we don't even want to trade that at all. Now we're finally going down. We do finally get a change in the state delivery that I'm not mad at. But again, maybe wait 2 more candles. Ooh, see? There we go. Now, if you want that, it's not the best. It's not the best. We've been trading sideways. So do that what you will, but we'll see if it plays out on here because we're back testing. Boom, hits it to the tick. So that's just experience. That looks crazy. We didn't get any, like this is our breaker. Your stop loss probably would have been here if you had a limit order set. So this would have stopped you out. This just would have stopped you out with your limit order set. It looks like we did want to come up and sweep. So we got double SMT. So the SMT we had, I marked this morning, was first, and then we got SMT again because now gold took out the high, and then silver did not at 9:50, a little later in the day. Then I prefer to trade gold, but again, still, like I said, it's still cleaner price action to me. Even with this, you're just waiting. You're waiting. I know this is hard in real time. If you need to sit on the 15-minute chart, do that. It helps me when I sit on the 15-minute chart and you're like, what is this? And then you finally get this candle close here, and then on 15-minute, you might have got a better entry, honestly. That 15-minute candle close. And if not, you'll get in later and you'll just have a tighter stop loss and you'll just take it down and still get your 1 to 2. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I know a lot of people who, when I see a lot of good ICT traders, they usually trade gold or Euro USD. Also, we came into a variety gap right here on the 15-minute chart. So if you were on the 15-minute chart, you'd have waited for that, and then you would have got a nicer entry right off that candle close, and then took it down. Oh, I don't even remember where the target was. But stop loss would have been bigger, obviously, because it's a higher time frame. But I just like to trade. So basically, how I trade too is I like to just take a fair value gap or liquidity sweep and take it to the opposing liquidity. Find a gap, take it to opposing liquidity, equal lows. I just want to keep it simple and something I can do every day without getting faked out by just like a clean market structure shift, but it just doesn't want to go that way. Like you got some inversions up in here, but you got so many fair value gaps made in here. Like there's one here. That's green. There's like so many gaps in here that you just could see that this was just trading crazy. All right, next New York session. So let me know, do y'all still love the NASDAQ? How are y'all feeling about it? Obviously today wasn't the worst, but for me, the NASDAQ and ES have not been my fave. And gold and silver has, just from back testing. We'll see how I do with my charts next week if I blow my account. Let's see. I think we got some S&T. Maybe not. This. Yeah, not taking yet. Neither of them took it. So it's given they both want to go lower. Maybe it'll be S&T on the lower side. Okay. Took. Also, I think just got took. Yes. Let's zoom out to see where we are. Okay. This is the S&T now. It's this low here, the previous day low. And then that low is here on gold. Also respects S&T really good. Okay, so that's the S&T we're looking for. Not this one. So we might not come down on gold to sweep it, but we do have this little internal one that we swept because it's always going to be some kind of liquidity sweep reversal thing going on. And then we do have a gap that looks like it just got inversed. This red one. Big displacement. Let's see if it respects it. take it to the opposing liquidity. I mean, it's almost a 1 to 3. Maybe I don't want to get too greedy. Because I like where my stop loss is. Now, if you make your stop loss bigger to the bottom of the candle, then yes. You know. Let's see how this plays out. Our first loss. Okay. Still haven't been stopped out, but this is a nice move up here. If you had your stop loss closer like I originally had it, that is your 1 to 2. If you want these highs, they are equal highs. Let's see if we get them. You do. Boom. You get actually the opposing liquidity that I had. So, see how it just respects fair value gaps? It respects liquidity sweep reversals. Like, you can just trade liquidity sweep reversals in peace on gold. I feel like backtesting has not even been as easy on NQ, you know? Obviously, we'll see. People have been like, gold gets really scary, though. I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. I want to be able to take an inverse fair value gap and trust it. I want to be able to take a regular fair value gap, tap to the other side and trust it. You know what I'm saying? You get that with gold. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to convert anyone to switch. Maybe a sign for us beginners to maybe branch out into like 2. Like, I would probably just stick to NQ and gold if I had to, like, you know. So maybe like I'll trade gold for a little bit. When gold X up, go back to NQ. I'm not gonna say just abandon NQ or whatever the fuck, but for me, it's not. I haven't been trading good with it. I haven't been like trading my best. I haven't been confident in any of my trades or my biases on NQ lately because you just get fucking wrecked. S&T hasn't even been like hitting like it used to. Alrighty. What we got going on here. So let's just let this play out. I don't see any S&T on the top side. I mean, obviously there's some up here, but it has nothing to do with us. Here it's looking kind of the same, besides just like one little high over here that's higher on silver over here. That's not over here. However, like, yeah, these lows are about to get taken out. So maybe it's coming to one of these gaps to reverse off of. Maybe it goes down and takes the full liquidity. Let's see. It's a bullish gap, so I have it green. Let's see what we do here. Do we inverse it? Boom. Inverse. Take it. Take it to London low. Obviously, I didn't pause it in time, but you got a decent candle close. Stop loss maybe just above the gap. London low. So that's why you draw out gaps, because they can get inversed. I mean, that happened before 8:30 though, so what happened at 8:20 if you're on the charts. But maybe this is about to be your S&T for your reversal back to the upside. We took out this low, and then silver, we did not. So if you got in early, that was your trade, good trade. And then at 8:30, you get your reversal off of S&T. And how far do we go? Boom. See? You see what I'm saying? It just respects price action. ICT is so good. And then you still have your fair value gap. You still have your fair value gap that just got inversed again. Stop loss. Take it to the highs. Boom. Honestly, not breaking rules, we would have waited for the 8:30 reversal instead of take that inverse, because technically that was before 8:30. But either way, you see liquidity sweep S&T because silver did not take out that low. Gold did. It just respects price action. I don't know, man. Is this what's gonna make us rich, trading gold? Ooh, got greedy. Got a little greedy there. But yeah, I'm trying to see if there was another setup for us that gives us a better entry, because then we would have got our 1 to 2. Yeah, okay, there's this fair value gap inverse on our way down, and then your entry would have been the candle close out of it. So this would have been your entry. And then yeah, now you got 1 to 4. So then you didn't have to take it all the way up here. You could have took it to this high here. See? See. Since gold does zigzag like this a lot, that's why I say 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Like, don't get super greedy. Now, if you're out trading London, you caught this big move down, good for you. But you can easily zigzag. Even now, this move down, if it goes down to take out the lows, it's still a decent move. If it doesn't take out the lows, see, that's a good move. That's a good move up that we took, and that's a good move down. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's good for us liquidity traders, because we like trading reversals. However, don't get greedy, because it can easily just keep zigzagging up or down on you. Okay, let's do another one. So I might trade it live tomorrow. I said that yesterday, and then I didn't wake up for my alarm, but we'll see. What do we have going on here? Okay, so this low is taken out on silver, and then on gold we have not taken it out yet. We're close, like by a tick, that we could probably just come down and take it out. This low is different. Okay, then this low is probably the one we're gonna get our S&T on, because we're closer on silver. No, wait. Yeah. We probably take this low out, and then it won't take this low out on silver. Well, let's just see. 8:30, you're done earlier. Obviously, if you trade options, you can't take any of these trades. Sorry. But people trade gold after 9:30. Okay, they both took out the low. So let's see if there's another one. It's probably going to be S&T with this one's not going to get taken out. Oh, they both want to reverse. You don't really get an IFEG until you're really far from that swing low, which I do not like, in case we just want to take out like this high and reverse. Some people don't mind that trade, this inverse to this high. Let's see how far it goes up. Oh, it actually shot up. See, it just respects fair value gaps. You don't even have to doubt your fair value gaps. You don't have to doubt them like I just did. Because on NQ, I've seen that too many times. Where you get a nice little inverse just for it to take this high and then continue lower the rest of the day. Nope, not on gold. Gold will give you, it will respect it. And it give you a 1 to 2 every time. You don't have to doubt a fair value gap. You see an inverse, take the inverse. You see a fucking fair value gap close out of, take it to the proper side. It just, I don't know, man. Even here, this big ass inverse, you finally inversed it, then it pulled back a little bit for you, and then went, took out those highs. Same on the downside, took out those lows. Then we reverse again, took out those highs. So again, like I said, if you don't trade ICT, then, but I don't trade supply and demand, but I've noticed it since I trade, since I've been looking at gold. I see how like it will sweep it, and like, this is your supply zone. Obviously you have to wait for the liquidity sweep, but once it starts to reverse out of the zone, you're in your sells. And then same thing with like a demand zone. Like once you leave the zone, you're in your buys. I can see how that plays out nicely on gold a lot. Even up here, lines up almost with this zone. I see how it plays out. I can see how your zones are like your zones, which I could not see before. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. We'll see until I make money. Is this gold gonna be the one that gets me a payout? I really hope so. Next New York session. Where are we? Are we higher or are we lower? We're lower. Respects S&T beautifully, you know what I'm saying? Just good shit. Good shit. Starts to reverse, it usually goes, no fake outs on the reverses, just goes to opposing liquidity before it reverses again. Okay. I think they're both gonna hit this low. Like, silver is already there, and then gold is not quite there, but I think gold is gonna hit it. Okay, well, you see the sweepy sweep from silver. Gold hasn't done it yet. And then it looks like they might want to start reversing. But this might be another S&T. We swept this high. And then we did not. And then we have a strong bearish candle. That might be a sideways, a bearish S&T. Still not enough for me to enter yet. And then we get the original reversal that I thought that I wanted from the blue line. Now, what for me to enter that, we don't get an inverse fair value gap, but we do get a change in the state delivery. Obviously, the candle closed through it. It's big as fuck, which sucks. You like it when the candle closes right above it. See if we can take it to these London highs. Don't piss me off. Or even just this high here. I don't like to get greedy, you know what I'm saying? I just want to pass my funded challenge. But you gotta leave room for your trade to play out as well, you know what I'm saying? And this is like a little wick Iana right here that I don't like, but let's see. This is our first loss. Yeah, I had a feeling. But still, not a bad trade. Went up to 1-to-1. So we're just gonna break even trade, which is the best part about having two contracts, selling one at 1-to-1, break even trade. Cause to me, I was like, silver was kind of high already, like it wanted to reverse, like it was given like this is the S&T to go lower, you know, this one, like I think we're getting it now. Let's see if we get it. And yeah, see we're going lower. So that's what I was getting at. We got like this S&T to go lower. It just went higher than I expected. So that might be our first little fake out. However, you did get a 1-to-1. There is a big fair value gap right here. So maybe that was your take profit right there. The fill of the gap, and then that's the gap to reverse from. Then honestly, you didn't lose anything on this trade because you sold one at 1-to-1, and then obviously once the second one lost, they balanced each other out, and then you could have just got back in for the sell if you wanted it. But if I take a loss, no trades, one trade. If I have a break-even trade, I might take another one. And then this one, you do get the same thing. You get a market structure shift once you candle close below this. So on this candle close, this pink one, if you wanted it. Or again, you can just take one trade a day and follow those rules. And then if you get a 1-to-2, do you get it? You do. 1-to-3. So yeah, let's see if the 15-minute had that gap marked. No, I mean it was an inverse on the 15-minute, but it wasn't a gap on the 15-minute. It was this inverse. So, it is what it is. And we didn't inverse this big 15-minute gap here. We didn't close above it. We wicked above it and then we ran down. So some days you should sit on higher time frames to avoid fake outs. But that was the first fake out we got out of what, 20 trades, just sitting on a 3-minute. But it is trading sideways. It's giving power of 3 actually. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So we took that loss and then we reviewed it later and realized, oh, actually, boom, that was our first loss. Everyone's due for a loss. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now the hard part is executing and not being scary when you're emotional. That's my problem right now. Because I'm like, oh, I'm actually funded. I don't want to lose this funded account. But now I'm like, I have a 50K account I'm funded with, and I just bought a 150K account. So if I lose this 50K account and get funded with the 150K, I'm better off because my 2 micro contracts is over leveraged on my 50K account for real. Versus like on 150K that's super under leveraged. So I'm like, it wouldn't even hurt to lose this fucking account. Okay. SMT. Silver took out these highs, as you can see. Gold did not. target the London lows is what it's giving. But let's wait and see because they both might want to go higher first. You don't just want to get into a sell trade off of this. You want to wait for a confirmation. All right, we're below all these. You can wait for a pullback if you want. This is definitely before 8:30. Maybe there's a gap up here you want. Maybe you want to come back to this breaker. Let's see if it gives you that. If not, you just have to get in and not be scared. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it does. It does come back to the breaker for you, but again, before 8:30. So this one, you either just need to wait for it to sweep on gold and reverse back up, or, you're still a good bit away at 8:30. This is just one of the ones you just get in right at 8:30. No ifs, ands, or buts, no hesitations. Just get in and see. I think it'll go for us. Almost stopped us out. Boom. Almost stopped us out, but went our way. Because why? Gold respects price action. I don't know why. Test it out and see for yourselves, You can always go back to NQ. It will always be there. Or I'm thinking of putting NQ over here, like how it is right now, and then gold over here. And not watching for S&T, but I think S&T is just a really good thing to watch. However, I'm trying to see. Did we get... we already got, a strong move. If we didn't see, if we didn't see silver, would we have taken this trade, I don't know. But then, you have S&T now, so that now on the downside, we're about to push back up. Because we swept the low on gold, we did not on silver, so... And same with NQ. When I watch NQ, I like to watch ES. So it's just different like that. Don't piss me off right now. Okay. Yeah. So we'll just see. Let me put this back on the hour actually. Practice sitting on higher time frames before you get on the chart. But yeah, you see how it just great price action. It actually tapped you up above your entry a little bit at 10 o'clock at I keep saying 10 because that's what I do on NASDAQ. 8:30. 8:36 tapped you in, boom. Tapped you in again, and then went down, stopped, and then hit your TP really quickly and then reversed. Let's see how far this reversal goes. If it's a strong one, it's already going crazy on silver. So let's see, probably at least to these highs. Or does it continue lower? Let's see. Continue lower. Not a reversal. And honestly, you didn't really get a market structure shift. You do get a change in the state delivery, so I'll count that as a fake out. Because again, that's if you trade that. But you don't get a market structure shift. A market structure shift is a candle close above a swing high. So technically, you're not faked out if you trade market structure shifts. If you trade change in the state deliveries and got in on this candle close, you haven't faked out. So technically, if we had our stop loss at this high, like we probably should have, that's just a big risk. If we wanted to go lower, our risk was fine for our 1 to 2, the way we had it, because that's what I want. However, if you wanted more, you need to stop loss above the swing high, this is a swing high before I move down, and then you take it. You still get a 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5, 1 to 3. Yeah. So act accordingly. But I would still count the CISD as a fake out, but no market structure shift fake out, which is good. Like I said, because NQ, you'll get fucking both. This shit will come all the way up here, candle close, like it's going up with a strong displacement candle, and still just reverse on your ass. And you're like, okay, what's the point of learning a market structure shift if it's going to just not matter? I know in the 1 minute for sure it does it a lot. I don't trade the 1 minute anymore just to avoid that in general. I think the 3 minute is the best. Obviously 3, 5. I don't trade the 2 either, but I just like, for beginners. I know some of us like to just sit on the chart and say, hey, market structure shift, trade it. I mean, this one kind of faked you out, but if you're watching silver, you just know this is S&T. Actually, no, on silver, well, silver you got a clean market structure shift here after this liquidity sweep, but this one might have faked you out. If you got in on this candle, had your stop loss at this high, it did stop you out. So that's why S&T is good, because maybe you didn't have your stop loss. A lot of the gurus don't use hard stop losses. They let the wick, and then if it candle closes above their line, they'll sell their trade, which I think is great, but it is scary, because then what if this candle was a fat ass green candle and now you lost like double your money? That's the only scary part. But a lot of gurus say that, like, they don't mind it's a liquidity sweep because they trade ICT concepts, so you don't know which one's going to be the liquidity sweep. So if you just don't have a hard stop loss, wait for the liquidity sweep, and then if you get a candle close, hopefully it's not a big one, and then they close their trade. You can do with that what you will, if that's how you want to trade. I did that for a little bit, honestly. I really did, and it wasn't bad, but it got scary after a little bit. It did, but as you see things like this, it would suck. It would suck to get stopped out by 2 ticks, and then you're right. But if you're watching silver, you might have just moved your stop loss a bit. And a lot of people even do that now. A lot of ICT traders, I'm bad at it. I like my stop loss right at the swing high before my reversal. But a lot of them give themselves like 5 or 6 ticks. That's what you should do anyway. But to me, I always forget to do that for stuff like this. But if you caught that at 7 a.m., you had the top of our trade. Obviously, we got back in somewhere here and took it down to this low. Beautiful trade. If you wanted more and you had your stop loss above this high, it ran down a bunch for you. Just good price action on gold. So let's see if I wake up tomorrow to trade it. You do have to wake up earlier to trade it. I've noticed 8:30. You can get on at 9:30 and 10 like you do the indices, but a lot of the move is already done by 10 o'clock. Like 10 o'clock is here. So yeah, you still gotta move. But I don't think every day. Let's see. I mean, 10 o'clock. It's funny too because there's an ICT trader who does 8:30 open, dotted line. He's like 8:30 open. Let me find it. Let me see if I can do it. Sheesh. 8:30 open, and then you want 9:30 to come and sweep above or be above that. Boom, and then you want your 10 a.m. to be above that for sells. Like if you're strong, if you want sells, the price should be above all 3 opens, and then if you want buys, it should be below. I personally don't trade that way, but I guess it could work out, which would be nice. I would love to stay trading at 10 o'clock. I really would. But also trading at 8:30 allows me to see if I like gold, and if I don't, I could trade in Q at 10. So I think I'm going to stick to 8:30. And then you usually catch the top of the move around 8:30, I've noticed, from just looking at where the reversals come in, where the liquidity sweeps come in. It's usually a little earlier, because this is 8 o'clock candle here, and this is the 10 a.m. sorry, 8, 9, 10. Still a good move at 10, but you catch the top at 8. This one is 8, so then you miss the whole move if you wait till 9 or 10. You see what I'm saying? So do with that what you will, but if you want to learn, if you want to keep trading in Q though, I would suggest getting on at 8:30, even 8 o'clock, trade gold. Then if you suck or you didn't take a trade, go to NQ at 10 o'clock. You should not be trading indices before 10 o'clock in my opinion, or 9:45. Lately, 9:30 has been hitting on NQ, I'm not gonna lie to you, but some days it just trades very like messy like this, and then it finally pushes away. But a lot of the nice moves of the day on NQ happen on ES after 10 o'clock, between 10 and 12. So yeah, let's see if I wake up tomorrow and trade some gold. I kind of want to just take a trade, but I think I'm gonna take a paper trade to be safe and get my bearings with it because I haven't traded in real time yet. If you're a levels trader, you know those levels, guys. Look at those support and resistance taps right there. Broke, retest, broke, retest, retested the third time and dumped. That's how I used to trade before I found ICT. There's also a level here as well. Tested 3 times and broke. I used to do that. I used to trade like that. It used to be like, you know, you draw these little zones. That's what I see. Just like gold just lines up with so many strategies. Like when I trade NQ and ES, I only see ICT. But with gold, I've seen how EMAs work. I've seen like just clean price action with gold. I don't know. I can trade. I can go back to support and resistance. Fuck, and trade that with this. Obviously, when you trade this, your target is usually just the opposing zone, though. Versus like with ICT, we would have held it to this liquidity point. But there actually is a liquidity point right at the bottom of this zone, so kind of lines up. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll back to this tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going live. I don't even know if anyone will be up that early, 8:30 Eastern, but I don't know if I will. Maybe I will because I'm paper trading. We'll see, but I'll let y'all know, and then we'll see if I can get 200K in funding in the next week, and then get a payout in November is my goal. Get my emotions right by November is my goal, and then all the journey will be shared with y'all. But I will see y'all tomorrow for sure, 8 p.m. Eastern. I backtest every night the rest of the year, because January I probably won't be doing it every night. I might do it like 3 times a week or once a week or something, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll let y'all know if I take a trade tomorrow per usual. I did not take a trade today because I didn't wake up like a lazy bitch. Don't be like me. Don't do that. Even though I got up at 7:15 my time, which is 9:15, and saw that it didn't even do anything anyway. But so it wasn't bad. God blessed me today, but I should have been up on the charts. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let me know if y'all like trading gold, NQ, what's your thoughts, if you're profitable, getting payouts, all the things.